Hi everyone. Say hello. Welcome to Kara's Kitchen. This is my daughter Elena, and I have one kid here, and I have two more outside. They're playing with the dog right now, and we're making biscuits supreme today. Do you like biscuits? Especially those hot butter biscuits that come out of the oven. These biscuits I am making today with white lily and bread flour. I love bread flour because it makes the bread lighter and fluffier. So we're going to put in 3 cups in this bowl here. So can you help me? I've put in 1 cup. You put a second cup in. Good, and you could do all-purpose flour. You could even use, I've used half wheat, half white. I've used mostly white and a little bit of wheat. Just give it just a little bit of, healthier quality. But today we're just gonna use plain old bread flour. It's gonna be delicious. This biscuit recipe comes from a wonderful book called Better Homes and Gardens. So yes, we are going to use baking powder. We're going to do 4 teaspoons, but I like to use like 4 heaping because it makes the biscuits much more fluffier, right?
Yeah.
So that's only a little bit more in that. So I'm gonna measure out a 2nd teaspoon.
Second.
You can put it in. There you go. 3rd teaspoon. I mean, I do level them somewhat, but we'll make this a little bit more. There we go, a little extra. Okay, I also like to add, this recipe doesn't call for baking soda, but I really like to add just a touch, and I'm talking, I don't really measure, maybe like 1/4 of a teaspoon. Just throw it in. Also, I forgot to add the salt. My daughter Elaine is very good about adding a whisk into the bowl to start mixing. Thank you, Elena. Whisk it is. We haven't, but this is 3/4 teaspoon salt. We don't really add a full teaspoon. Oh, we're on a video for cooking. Come say hi. 3/4 teaspoon salt. This is my other daughter, Anya. Say hello. She is a great cook and a wonderful craft.
You make good brownies.
She's a crafter. She loves doing crafts. Okay. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Go get the sugar, baby.
Sugar.
Go ahead and start mixing. We got to get these biscuits in the oven today. The other one is fine. Okay. While she's getting the sugar, we only add 1 tablespoon.
Already here.
1 tablespoon sugar. There you go.
1 tablespoon of sugar. I don't know where to put this.
Listen, this home and this kitchen gets a little nutty and crazy, but we love it here. We love it here. Go ahead. Add your tablespoon of sugar in, sweetie.
Do we have this one?
No, the biggest one.
Oh, this one.
Yes. Just put in just a tablespoon. Not any more and not any less. A little bit more than that, baby. You need to level it. Do you know how to level it?
I know how to level.
Can you show her?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's one way to do it. I would not do that. I would do a knife, but that's okay.
A pocket knife.
Now mix that in, please. Now this recipe, it calls for either all butter or a combo of butter and shortening. I like to use mostly butter with a little shortening. It just makes the biscuits that much richer and tastier. So we're going to add in 1/4 cup of shortening now.
Yes.
I'm going to help you do that. No, now we're going to actually, instead of using a whisk, I want you to take the whisk away. Take that off the whisk. So I've added 1/4 cup shortening. Shh, everyone, I'm talking. 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. Yes, the whole thing. You don't want to skimp out on butter. It's in the top. And if you don't put enough butter in, it's going to actually not make it very tasty. So you want it very cold, and this butter is pretty cold because you want to cut in the butter pretty quickly. So you don't want to waste any time. Thank you, Anya.
Can I crush it?
You can crush a bit. That's okay. You can crush it a bit. We should say mash it a bit.
Mash it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna mash it. Here.
Okay. Let Anya try. Let Anya try. It's hard to mash, but we are going to do it.
We're going to do it.
Another thing this family loves is music, and if you can hear the jazz in the background, we're having a little Frank Sinatra evening. So this is biscuits for dinner. We're having
a fancy dinner.
But I'm gonna mash and mash.
Can I mash?
Just one.
I'm so good.
You're so good. Okay, mash real quick. But no. Without sprinkling it all over the floor. Yeah.
Penny wants to.
I'm gonna show our friends and viewers what it looks like. So we want it to look like cornmeal with just a little bit of butter, like little tiny beads of butter. We don't want it to be like big chunks. So we are mashing all that wonderful butter and shortening up. Okay, I'm gonna put us back down here. Let me finish. You just want to do it that much to mash until it's all evenly distributed.
Then you put milk in.
And then we put the buttermilk, and you can help me pour it in.
And you pour the milk on.
Okay. I'm also going to go ahead.
You're going to use
No, we're not using any of that. That's extra. We're going to have a little bit of flour that we're going to put out now on our
table
board.
I'm going to keep
I use
crushing.
this is a vegetable cutter board, but I just watched another video recently, an older lady, a sweet older lady that is a fabulous cook. She's on social media, and she showed how to make biscuits. Not this recipe, but her own. So, but she said, you know, use a board, and I thought that was very insightful to use a board instead of your own counter.
Christmas.
You ready for Christmas, darling? My darling Elena, she is my cook in the kitchen. She loves to cook. But I'm just doing this real quick so we can get these biscuits mixed up and ready to go.
I'll give it 2 thumbs up.
Would you give us a thumbs up, people? If you're watching us, viewers, and you like watching the children with me in the kitchen today, then give us a thumbs up. Yes, we would greatly appreciate it. And I will put this recipe in my link below this recipe that I'm making. And so you can make it too. Okay, now we're gonna pour in our buttermilk. Let me get another.
Another one.
Let me get another. And you wanna, I shook it just before I turned this video on, so it should be good to go. So we have one, let's move the flour over here.
Okay.
Flour mixture.
Okay.
We're gonna do 1 cup. Pour it in.
Boop.
There you go. And another 1/4 of cup. There you go.
That's
Smell it. That is buttermilk.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yes,
But
I like to use whole buttermilk, but a lot of times I'll just use the non-fat because it is less fat, and that's fine for you, you know? We already get enough milk during the day if we're eating, or if we've had cereal, or, you know, you want to mix it? You go ahead. I'm going to show the viewers here what that looks like. Stir very gently. So you don't want this milk. Let me help you with this flour right here, baby. You don't want that to slosh out of the bowl. So we stir just like that. We keep on stirring.
okay.
All that up. Now, some people like to do that with their hands. I have done it with my hands, but I really like to do it with a fork. We don't mash like that. No more mashing. So can you help me by getting ready to cut? We're going to get ready to cut this flour.
what?
Remember?
All right.
We're going to use a glass today, and we're going to use this this was my great-grandmother's cookie cutter, but it is a wonderful biscuit cutter. Look how old it is. Isn't that awesome? So we're going to use both. Because I like, this is about 2.5 inches wide, and this is only about
Are we
1.5.
going to put hands in this?
So we're going to have 2 sizes of biscuits today. Can you go get our pan, please?
Yes.
Okay.
What's a pan? Oh,
The cookie sheet. Now, some recipes want you to use like a skillet, and I have done these in a skillet, but you know, I prefer just my good old cookie sheet. If you have a stainless steel cookie sheet like this is good. You can also add parchment paper on it, and that's fine too. So anything that you can use. Now I'm going to start by, since I've done this fork quite a bit, I am going to add a little flour to my hands. Okay, you can add a little, did you wash your hands? I think you did, yes. Put a little flour on your hands. Okay, rub them together. Now we're going to come in like this and just mash the flour together so that it starts congealing.
Ew.
Yeah, it's okay. We can wash our hands later. How's that feel? Is that getting soft?
Yes.
Is it coming together
It's
nicely?
getting gooey.
I say it is gooey. Yep, not congealed. That's not the right word. I like gooey better.
Gooey.
Gooey. Okay.
Gooey.
All right, here we go. So now rub your fingers like this to get it all off. Okay. There we go. I'll get it off your fingers. Okay. Go get a paper towel now and go wipe off so that you can help me make the biscuits, okay? Yes, that's fine.
You have to wash your
It's
hands.
okay if you get a little on your hands. It won't hurt you. Okay, I'm gonna smooth some of this flour off so that it's not so much. And here's our beautiful dough. Here it goes. I love making homemade biscuits. Now, since I have a little extra flour in the bottom of the bowl, I'm just gonna add that to my, I don't know if you can see that. See that? It's just a little extra, but it could be a little extra baking powder or salt. You don't want to waste that, I mean. Okay, now I'm going to start by kneading just a little, not a lot. Biscuits you do not want to knead like flour because it will turn tough on you. I've done it, believe me. So we do it about maybe 5, maybe 6 times, and I do need a roller. With this biscuit recipe, because there's so much flour, and a lot of times I use my hands, but I will use the roller today.
Can I roll it?
You can use the roller and help me. Come here. We're gonna put a little flour over here on the rolling. Now roll. Help me roll.
Okay.
Roll this way and this way. And you want it to be about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. You can make it 1/2 inch thick. So that's what we're gonna do today. Because I want the, whoops.
Oops, daisy.
There we go. I want the flour mixture, the dough, I should say, to be nice and thick. All right, let's do that.
Can
That's
I make
good.
a tin of cookie dough?
Can you make what? I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. Now we've washed our counter, so I'm gonna put a little flour on the side. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this. There's just a little puddle.
A puddle.
And we're gonna just do this and pop it up. And then we get to pull our dough, put our cookie, I should say cookie, biscuits onto the cookie sheet. There we go. It's a twist and turn. And that's how easy it is. Yeah, whoa. Let's do a few more around it so that it won't tear, okay? Yeah, so you wanna go the outside in, Elena. You wanna go all the way around the outside, baby. That was perfect, Elena, perfect.
We already did 4.
These are gonna be delicious.
Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera back around so our viewers can see us making them. Oh, this dough smells good, doesn't it?
Yes.
It smells so delicious. You know, it doesn't take anything to make homemade biscuits. It really doesn't. People think it does, but it does not. Sometimes I let them roll in a ball to have a little fun. You want to make a tiny biscuit?
Yes.
Like that? Okay, here's a bit more dough on my hands. Okay. All right, put it on the pan. There we go. Like I said, it's not perfect. Some of these are just a little cracked on top, but that's okay. When they cook, don't smush it. When they cook, it'll be nice and they'll be fluffy and light brown, okay? So that's what we're going to do, is open up this.
Can I make another one?
We'll make it in a little while. Now we're gonna go into the oven and we'll be right back at you in just a few minutes to show you the finished product. Say bye for now. Here we are now. We just cooked these delicious biscuits on 450 for 13.5 minutes. The recipe says anywhere from 15 to 17 minutes, but my oven is a gas oven, so I like to cook mine a little bit less time. So I've done anywhere from 12 to 13 to 14 minutes for these, and so we're going to just put them in the basket. We've got clean hands today, and we're going to just put them all in the basket so they stay nice and warm. And we're actually going to try one. You okay? Yeah. Okay. We're going to try one. How about we try that one together? Okay.
Yeah, what half it?
Yeah. So, do you want honey on it, or do you want some pear preserves? I made some pear preserves, and I have the YouTube videos for those on our YouTube cooking channel, Kids Love Cooking. And so, if you want or interested in watching how to make pear preserves, and here's some. We made about 25 to 30 jars. Really good. So, I'm going to cut into. Hold the phone. The camera up, and we're gonna show you how to cut it. Oh my goodness, look how delicious and buttery and light and fluffy those are. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Guys, these are some of the best biscuits. I believe they actually are the best biscuits I've ever had. You know it if your kids love them. They're delicious, right? Thumbs up. Love our channel. Like and subscribe. Bye, guys.
Give us 2 thumbs up.